Welcome to Never Watch Alone, where you'll never have to watch a movie alone again. I'm your host, Tim Lifelight, and we are back with Action April. And now we're going to the Far East and the really fucking cool East with John Woo and his action masterpiece, Hard Boiled. And, of course, joining me, as always, is Sean Wheeler. And, dude, it's awesome to have you here again for Action April because you're the one who actually recommended this one to me, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah, man. Why don't you tell us, are you a big John Woo fan?
I'm a big John Woo fan, so let me take you back to yesteryear, to times many of our listeners may never have been aware of or remember. So
Old.
Yeah, I am. In my youth, I was 16. We're talking, it's, the late 90s at this point. And DVDs had not yet even become around enough to be the dominant format. They're starting to come around, but the video rental places are still the thing. And by 16, my local video store did not care what the hell you rented, as long as you didn't go into the back room.
Oh yes, with the beads and everything.
Oh yeah. So it was called Galaxy Video here, and it was about a mile from my house. So it's like I could ride my bike there on a slow night, whatever. And they had,
you're lucky,
5 movies, $5, 5 days.
Fuck, dude, that's an awesome deal.
Right. So, if you're ever having a really slow, boring weekend, or you can't find anyone to hang out with or something to do, just go get yourself a stack of movies and you're off to the races.
Yeah.
And so and through that experience, as I'm getting more and more into film, that's where I'm discovering, subtitled film and all this kind of stuff that other people aren't really necessarily watching, but they have this kind of stuff there. So that's where I first discovered John Woo and the amazing movies, The Killer and Hard Boiled. Absolutely, love these movies. So I was watching these. Now, granted, by this point, yes, he'd already come to America. I had seen Hard Target before I saw this movie, but I wasn't connecting directors that well yet.
Okay, yeah.
So, it's like, yes, he was already working in America. But right around this time, biggest action movie around that time, maybe the year before or so. But it was back when MTV was still relevant and it was all over. Broken Arrow was being hugely talked about. So it's Woo's star at this point is nothing but on the rise. And I just discovered these movies because they kind of looked cool. And my gosh, it's you want to talk about action. This is a very far departure from what you're going to get for something sleek and stylized like Terminator 2. But this also has 5% of the budget of Terminator 2.
Yeah. It's kinda, even though it's a lot scrappier than movies like that, it's just as exhilarating because you look at movies like this and it's just so rough around the edges, but it's so much fun either way.
That is such a good word for John Woo. Scrappy.
Yeah.
Because, he even talks about himself. He's not a man who overly worries about film theory. To him, it's
or
very
logic.
much... Right, but it's he likes to film his movies sequentially to make sure he's always upping himself as the movie's going along, so it's always getting more hype. He's very much concerned about the moment, so it's not all of his set pieces might always necessarily work quite together because... He just thinks this scene played better this way or that way, and he felt it in the moment, and it might not match up to a previous moment.
Yeah.
But that's some of the ways in how you, sometimes that's how you get magical movies. And
oh yeah, dude. That's how I used to make 48-hour films back in college, man. I would just point the camera, shoot, and try to feel it, and if it didn't quite work, oh well, we'll just do it better on the next show.
I think one of the most interesting things about this movie, I didn't even know this till I started reading up on this, is it was not his intention to come to Hollywood after this movie. I was not aware of that. I knew he did, and it turns out that this genre, which he had been kind of the king of in Hong Kong, of these kind of action movies, started to wane You know, and their popularity went down. So
the 80s was kind of the golden time period for that.
Yeah, so this movie did not do expectations in his home country, but it surprisingly hit well in America. So it was like, time to go. Time to go.
I really wonder why, because holy shit, this has virtually every like cliche cop movie thing in there, but the action is done so phenomenally well that I'm sure a lot of, hard-charging football jocks who, watch these kind of movies on the weekends will be like, yeah! Fucking boom!
Well,
he made the thing go boom! He made the thing go boom!
I think that's kind of the big switch is, he had always, previously, his violent movies were about gangsters.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of might have had the reason for the American successes. Oh, it's now a cop story. Okay.
Yeah, we don't get this whole, Hong Kong gangster shit. Like, it's a little bit different here in the U.S. and whatnot. But cops are fucking cops, man. Like, that shit transcends nations, man.
Speaking of Hong Kong gangster shit. All right, I wanted to say this before the movie because it's so funny.
What's up?
There are gangs in Hong Kong, and they would disrupt your set if you didn't pay them off. And so they even talk about all these gangs just kept showing up. And, usually you'd buy off one gang to interfere with the others to leave you alone. But if other gangs still show up and they don't get interfered with or nobody stops them, your pretty much only option is to pay them off. So they had to pay off a whole lot of street gangs just to be able to film uninterrupted when they were filming in public locations.
Good Lord, man. That is actually kind of fucking badass.
Right?
Because I read that, they had because of all the action, the explosions and gunfire, the neighbors would be constantly like, oh, cops are making noise. And the cops are like, hey, man, we're fans.
Yeah,
we're going to leave y'all alone.
That's specifically for this opening sequence where they were filming at the tea shop. Now, that place was actually set to, be destroyed. So they're filming there before the place is being done under and it's going to be destroyed and redeveloped. So they're shooting there in the last days of this place existing. All the neighbors are pissed from night after, I think it was 5 or 6 nights of shooting this gunshot, insanity. And the cops just we like John Woo. Fuck off.
I mean, it's, oh God, that almost makes me think I don't want to quote Michael Bay here, but it's kind of impossible because he is the worst version. He is what John Woo in America could be if his ideas were just totally tainted. Because look, Michael Bay, he can make some really cool imagery, but holy fuck, can he not tell stories? He needs to. He really look. He'd be great at music videos, but not movies. Go away. And also, Michael Bay, just fuck you way up the cornhole for fucking Pearl Harbor. I will never forgive you ever. I don't care. Man. I don't care if you actually come out and do a really heartfelt drama or a historical thing. And it's universally hailed and received, and it wins 11 Oscars and whatnot. I don't care if you make that kind of a comeback. I still will hate your fucking guts for Pearl Harbor.
Well,
so I'm mad. I was really mad about that movie, but we're not here to talk about Pearl Harbor. We're here to talk about hard fucking boiled, man, and not. No eggs included, I assure you. Yeah, I know, I'm terrible. I just lost another subscriber. Every time that joke plays, I lose another subscriber. So what do you say we get this bad boy started and rolling?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so you guys, if you have the DVD or Blu-ray, or if you found it, actually, I was right before I did the show, I found out that someone put the entire movie with English subtitles on YouTube, and if you want, I'll link that below, and you guys can watch it with us there. Either way, I know it for some different prints and whatnot, it tends to differ between like the opening titles, because sometimes it might be an English dub, and they'll have like the company that did the dub in there. So I'll just let y'all know when like the opening titles start on. We won't start there, but well, actually, you know what? How about just for the sake of you and me, Sean? How about we start there? How's that sound? We'll just like fast forward across all the opening stuff, and we'll get right to the part where it says Milestone Pictures Production. How's that sound?
Okay. Give me a second. I got to figure out where that is in mine.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. And you guys can like cue that up yourself, because that's where we're gonna kind of start, or at least so Sean and I are synced up, and we're not like trying to like constantly leapfrog with one another. But that's where we're gonna be starting this.
Yep, I've got it up to that picture, so we're good.
All right, cool. So if you guys got it ready, just hit play right now, and and we'll count down to the point where it says a Milestone Pictures production, because that's the like opening title where you actually hear the production stuff going. So here it goes. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, click. All right. All right, now this opening bit right here. So it took it. I didn't realize it until the end of the movie, but tequila. This is why they call him tequila.
Well, that's
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Well, I think it was reading like even John Woo made this opening bit because he saw someone do this at a bar and thought it looked fucking cool.
He used to drink it that way himself.
Oh, okay, right on.
But if I remember correctly, I think he said he was a fan of the Wild Bunch, and he remembers that guy drinking a whole bottle of tequila, and that was his inspiration to name the character Tequila.
Love it. And right away, we got some jazz.
So,
I'm a huge fan of jazz.
So one of the cops he was interviewing to get accuracy for this movie was actually a drummer, which helped inspire this little musical stuff. And also, John Woo is a huge jazz fan and had always wanted to make an action movie with a jazz soundtrack, but he was constantly being told no by studios. This is the first time he was able to get his way, and it's like, I'm doing it.
Well, I imagine because by this time he has been hailed as the king of, Hong Kong action movies.
I mean, yeah, to an extent, but I mean, again, this movie, I can't believe how good this movie looks and the set pieces they have on a $4 million budget. That's nuts.
Yeah, for real, man. Because this opening stuff is straight out of those old film noir movies of the 40s. And that's to be expected. But what I always find interesting is a lot of these Eastern countries, like South Korea, Hong Kong, and especially in Japan, they tend to do this kind of Americana, hard-boiled, detective, Western gangster kind of shit better than us.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's crazy.
This movie has a kill count, I think, of over 300.
Yeah,
and 100,000 blank rounds are used in this movie.
Oh, I heard it was like 200,000. But either way, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, regardless, yeah. However, because gun laws are so strict in Hong Kong, all the guns in this movie are real, and they had to be kept track of, kept under lock and key, rounded up. They had to be very strict with them.
Oh, dude, the fact that they never had an accident is just props to the armorer for that kind of shit, Because can you imagine if we had another, Brandon Lee incident? That would have been fucking awful. And right away we got the tea house. I love the birds in here, but you know what?
Yeah.
In retrospect, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. This is a John Woo movie. How do you not have fucking fucking doves? Where are the doves? Where are the doves? I came here for a John Woo movie. God damn it. But the other thing that I thought was really interesting is, did you ever play The Matrix Path of Neo?
I did not.
Okay, so this is back when on my other co-host we did the Matrix movies, and you guys can check out that episode when you're done with this. because it's fucking awesome. But we talked about some of the spin-off games and how Path of Neo was made. And watching this, I'm like, oh my god, there was a whole level as a tribute to this movie.
Nice.
You get to play as Neo in his training stage, and there's a weapons training thing, and it's literally the exact same setup. It's at a tea house, there are a bunch of bird cages, and you get to fight John Woo style action mixed with the Matrix. It's fucking awesome. Speaking of video games, wasn't there a sequel to this movie in the form of a video game?
Yeah, I think it came out back in 2007.
Do you ever wind up playing it yourself?
I did not.
Oh shit! See, now we're gonna have to track down a copy and do a let's play on this show. That'd be actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. And and also because I played that level, I knew exactly where the guns were. Because they have this whole reveal where they're like, oh, it's underneath the bird cage, they're all these pistols and whatnot. I'm like, oh shit, I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be fucking awesome. So already, we are what? We are 5 minutes in, and I'm already like, oh shit, hell yeah, I can't wait. You also talk about the editing and how crazy different it is in terms of you would. Can you if you handed the script to an American, let's say we had an American shooting the exact same story in the exact same manner, I guarantee you he would never edit it and shoot it quite like this.
When you see a lot of those close-ups, though, it reminds me of the classics like Tokyo Drifter, Branded to Kill. You can definitely see some of those influences, which are the same influences that Tarantino has, so...
Yeah. Hot tea! There they are! The guns! Oh, shit, man. Right away. Dude, this movie does not hold back, does it?
No.
Bam! Don't hit the bird. Seriously, though, where were the... You have all these birds in this tea house, and you have, Chow Yun-Fat jumping through the air with double pistols. How do you not release the doves into the air at the same time? Because, weirdly enough, the very first John Woo movie I ever saw was Mission Impossible 2.
Oh,
and I got that. Yeah, so I got... Oh, there it is! Double pistol wield in the air. Hell yeah. I almost wish Hot Fuzz referenced that too. I mean, more explicitly, because they have you ever fired two pistols jumped in the air and firing two pistols at the same time? He's like, no, and then later on they get to do that. I mean, it's not explicit in there, but I kind of almost wish that they actually name dropped Hard Boiled in that movie.
Also, I mean, these gangsters just have a complete disregard for anybody. They're just shooting every civilian everywhere.
The cops do too, man. The cops would never allow... in real life, law enforcement would almost never allow this kind of a shootout to escalate. Ever. Look at this bullshit. This guy's dual-wielding these pistols and just, shooting this place up. Hundreds of people are dead. This would never happen, but fuck if it looks cool. That's the real thing. Look at those squibs, man. Oh, God. I can only imagine what it must have been like, shooting continuity with all this wreckage, walking around in a set. And I think that's the reason why he dubbed all of the voices in post. Everything you hear is all ADR.
Yeah.
Because they're like... let's just get down and gritty with the camera and we'll worry about sound later, which is a weird choice, but
it really is.
Well, but fuck if it works. If you know what you're doing, all right, go for it.
And this was improvised, cool. And it's amazing.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
The running slide, one of the most iconic moments in action films, and
hell yeah.
That was improvised on the day.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Holy God, seriously. Cops, look, this guy Tequila really should have like not escalated this into a firefight, and because essentially he's partially responsible for all this collateral damage.
Yeah.
But once again, logic does not. Logic, you don't need logic for a movie like this. Oh shit, he's hit bad. And he's got to have lost a lot of blood. Woo! Oh no! Killed a hostage and gunned down his best friend and partner. No! He only had 2 more days left till retirement. That cliche. Look, that cliche is so fucking fun to make fun of. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't have that in this movie. Also, has he reloaded his 2 guns yet?
Once. You see it once. And only at the tail end of the process.
Oh, fuck. Never has a man covered in flour ever looked so fucking... Damn!
Right.
Damn! Couldn't even finish my sentence. He was too badass. But he's never looked... But a man covered in flour had never looked that badass and scary. Holy shit.
Fun fact, that actor actually was a police, captain, whatever, at one point. Actually ran a department, so legit, casting to life.
You know, with all the death and destruction, this guy is they imply that he's kind of already like a hothead and whatnot.
Right.
Dude, he should have already been, discharged from the police. For all the mayhem that he's covered. In a weird way, though, I don't care because this is kind of like a celebration of those cliches, don't you think?
A bit, yeah.
Because when you treat the movie like that, it becomes that much more fun. Although I really kind of wish that they just muttered, "He only had 3 days left till retirement." I really kind of because look, I'm cool if you.
Dude, he's too young for that, buddy.
Maybe just recast it for something, man. Because seriously, it would. I'm telling you, man, it's that if you embrace all the cliches and if you check them down, but you have fun with it, I guarantee you'll still have like a fun ride anyway. Especially when the action sequences are this well done. Also, another John Woo staple is the slow-mo.
Yep.
Although interesting though, he's not he's not over-cranking for those slow-mo shots. He's just slowing it down in post, which I always find really interesting. Like I can never tell if that's like a choice that they just have to deal with in editing, or if it's something that they actually shoot for to get that semi-dreamlike quality to it. I never can tell. Oh, shit.
So
another file in the books.
Right, but I like how subtle this is the fact that, if you haven't watched the whole movie, you don't really know. You don't realize that, one of the bad guys there was an undercover cop who got killed. And that's his file they're burning. That's where the whole thing, where later in the movie, where Tequila talks about that he killed a cop. Yeah, one of the bad guys was an undercover cop.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't have a sting going with an undercover cop present that you don't tell the other cops in the sting is going to be there.
Yeah.
That's how people die.
For real, man. I mean, although, to be fair, it...
And here's the man himself.
Yeah! What's up, John?
And...
he literally plays a character called John Woo. He's just basically playing himself.
Well, basically, Tequila was supposed to have more of a romance backstory with his ex that got cut out. And Chow Yun-fat was getting really annoyed that it was there wasn't enough characterization and humanization of Tequila. So he suggested these scenes and told the director to play him himself because it's he won't cut himself from the movie.
That's actually kind of a brilliant ego, like an ego stroke. Oh man, dude.
It's like my character needs more. I need it not to go away. Hey, come on, be in the movie.
Here we go. Tommy Lung.
Uh-huh.
Or Tony Lung.
The actor liked to Oh, sorry, wrong actor.
This shit is like straight out of fucking Miami Vice.
Oh yeah. I love the freeze frames that they do throughout the movie.
Freeze frame.
They're great. Yeah.
Yeah, the freeze frame and the fades into it. But dude, this right here, this is so like Miami Vice. Once again, these Eastern directors of action are doing the Americana stuff that the US is usually associated.
Well, yeah.
They're doing it better than we are.
Well, but that's the whole thing. Like, stuff from Japan gets shipped over here, we tweak it and turn it up to our thing, and then they take it back and tweak it again. It's going back and forth, and it's awesome. It creates bigger and better and cooler stuff.
Mm-hmm. I always think even like Cowboy Bebop and how it does all this wonderful, music, jazz, action, and drama, all that stuff better than what we've ever done here.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of awesome. Like when you think of jazz, you always think of that old Americana stuff from like New Orleans, Chicago, New York, and whatnot. But really, some of the best jazz compositions come out of places like Korea, Hong Kong, and Japan.
Dude, that sound design when they have that book fall, oof.
Yeah. Also, you know what? Did you see John Wick 3? Because I see a little inspiration to that there. A little bit. Oh, this shit right here. Damn! Make it rain, motherfucker. Oh, this is really fucking cool. Although, really fucking foolish when you think about it.
Well, I agree. Like, I don't care if you're going to put it back, but, like, pick up the book before you get the blood on it.
Yeah. Should have done that, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. But it does, offer, like, a really cool moment of deduction for Inspector Tequila. I mean, right there and then, any cop would have been like, oh, there was a fucking book right there.
Right? I mean, it's a library. What else would you have thought was going to be there?
I mean, what? Did you think it was going to be like a computer or something? But that's not really what bugs me about this scene, is really how quickly he finds it. Because now, granted though, what's interesting here is the way they edit it.
Yeah.
Is that he's just vibing this library. He's just vibing, and he's like, I don't know where it could be in all of these books, but I'm just going to feel for it. And I'm going to happen to do the exact same thing that he did before I committed it. And maybe this...
Well, but you know what? Seeing one volume out of place in a 3-volume set would catch your eye.
Yeah. Still, it's just like, you found that really quickly, didn't you? But it has for a really good payoff with that freeze frame there, where he's like, "Gotcha, motherfucker." Because remember, this is a celebration of all the tropes and cliches in a weird way. Like, it's not explicit or like trying to subvert it. Like, it's sort of like how Cabin in the Woods subverted a lot of the tropes for horror.
Right.
It really doesn't do that here. It just is that, and isn't ashamed about it, because you see a lot of movies that play into the tropes. You can kind of feel it in the actors and in the script, and how they're just literally just running through the motions because we got to do it like this and got to get that paycheck, got to get that pay, and there's no passion with it. And that's where you get really boring movies like that sort of thing. I remember there was like a Siskel review. I don't even remember the movie, but they're like, well, the stunts are really nice looking and it holds your attention for long enough, but I really don't remember the rest of this movie because it's so forgettable. And Siskel's like, wow, your biggest compliment to this movie is that something's moving on the screen and therefore I want to look at it. That's a really low bar. So, but no, there are movies like that, and that they just kind of run through it like, it's just kind of another day at the office for them. But for, movies like this, yeah, we're going to have all that stuff, but let's have fun with it. And that's the big thing that misses with a lot of these people. Not to mention, dude, seriously, the action sequences are just so amazing.
I love the fact that they're trying to talk police work and he's busy looking for an apartment.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's just, again, you got to establish that hot shot, douchebaggery in the office. I'm surprised he doesn't already spend his entire life at that jazz bar. Oh, that's another thing that occurred to me while I was watching. It's actually kind of ingenious to have his character be a jazz musicianist. Because, as you know, jazz is all about that improv, y'all. And what better way to have, a hotshot cop on his down days, he's playing a band, a jazz band. Like, that's actually kind of really brilliant. Kind of want to see that again in, like, another action movie.
So, I can't remember the name right now, but I do recall that the statue is to the Taoist god of war.
Oh, yeah, and you'll see that shit in regular cop police facilities and whatnot.
Well, you want to pray for protection.
Any way you can get it, man. Any way you can get it. And I also love how he even asked for a new flat, too. Now, wasn't Michelle Yeoh supposed to play the love interest here?
I think so. I think that might have been back when the movie was about a psychopath poisoning baby formula.
Okay. Yeah. I forgot that was the plot of this movie. How fucked up is that, folks?
That was like too harsh, and so they rewrote it. And literally, there wasn't supposed to be an undercover cop. He was supposed to be a psycho poisoning baby bottles.
Okay.
And they were just like, you know what? No one's gonna like this. No one's gonna this is just gonna be terrible. Let's do something better.
I mean, they still do have the babies in the format,
yeah, but not being poisoned.
Still, though, as soon as I saw that maternity ward when I first watched this, because I actually have only seen this in bits and pieces and only watched it shortly before recording for the first time all the way through. And as soon as I saw that maternity ward, I'm like, oh fuck. Oh, fuck, no! No! Not the babies! Soup for my family. Maybe is that like another thing with John Woo? It might be just me, but are white roses also like a thing for him in his movies too? Or is it just this movie?
I think it's just this movie.
Okay, because that feels like it would be like, a regular John Woo motif, not just like the doves and the two gun and dual pistol weeding in slow mo.
I mean, if it is, it's so obvious in this movie. It may be something that I just never really picked up in any of the other ones because it might be subtle and not obvious.
I'm gonna have to because I haven't seen a whole lot of John Woo's movies actually, and I feel really bad because he's obviously a really competent director.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple favorites I revisit, and I don't watch a lot of his other ones that often. But from the ones I'm recalling, outside of this one, I don't really recall them being a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check on that because I feel like that might actually be a weird thing that he would shoehorn into his movies somewhere, even if it's just like a cameo thing. Like, You know, the pineapple from Psych, how it's in every episode? I imagine it might be the same thing here, although I might just be reading into too much shit. Man, Tony Leung is just so fucking cool. Did you hear he's actually been cast to play the Mandarin in the Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings movie?
No, but that would be amazing.
That'd be interesting. Although I'm still really mad at Iron Man 3 for building up to Osama bin Kingsley as the Mandarin. That would have been an amazing update. But they threw it out the window.
But I'm assuming you saw the shorts, right?
Yeah, I saw the shorts, like All Hail the King, and how they kidnapped him, and he's like you took his name, and he's like,
yes, good. So I'm happy they did the groundwork. Is all I'm saying.
I guess, but it was still like, dude, you had a really brilliant, timely update of this character that would have been so fucking relevant and cool, and you just threw it out the window for a fucking joke, and I never really forgave Iron Man 3 for that one. Now, as I understand it, this is supposed to be essentially the Hong Kong Godfather, right?
I don't necessarily know if it's a Godfather so much as just a capo.
Okay, well, I was thinking, I know he's like way up the chain, if not
right. But that's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. Capo. It's like he's a captain. He has his own crew and everything, but I don't think he's the boss of all the captains. You see what I mean?
Okay, that's fair.
So it's like he's a capo. He's got his own crew and he's established, but he's not the end-all, be-all.
Now, Anthony Wong here, I imagine he's a little bit higher almost.
He's his own operator.
Yeah.
What I love though is that he is a big fan of like Pacino and tried to model a lot of his mannerisms and acting off of his
yeah. Actually, you know what? Now that you mention that,
and
I
so
totally kind of see
when you
that.
start watching it, you could definitely see some shades of, like a little bit of Scarface, a little bit of Godfather. It's like
yeah, I can kind of see that now, man. Just the way, how he's got that little bit of a twitch in his eye, and how he's a little crazy and on edge and that sort of thing. Although I'm a little sad now that you mentioned that. I'm like, did he ever like go like full Al Pacino where he just starts yelling like, "Give me all you got! Give me all you got!" Does he ever do that in this? I mean, I just watched it, but I don't remember if he did do.
Yeah, I don't really think so. I don't think it quite goes off the rails. Now, This is awesome. So Mad Dog there, who you just saw with the cigarette, he is actually the action coordinator for this movie. And he used to be an action actor himself back in the 70s.
Yeah,
and John Woo thought, is like, what? Like, this movie needs more. And so he wrote in that whole character on the fly. Also because he felt that the Johnny Wong character like wasn't intense and violent enough himself. So he needed that more violent villain in there.
Oh yeah, dude. It's sort of like his most violent hand lieutenant.
Exactly.
Oh shit. This is a weird message. I'm not gonna lie. I always thought like it's in the papers. Everyone's seen it.
Right.
I never really understood that. Like, yeah, this is well known. Like,
right, but it's saying like this is you. It's like, I know this is you. This is me saying this is you.
Just very different than what I would have thought of as like a threat. Although this, how is his head not just blown off?
Because there's rules.
Bras.
Oh right, well, it's even them that publicly. That's ooh.
I guess.
Again, I don't know that that's true, by the way.
Oh, what is?
He's a weapons smuggler. I don't know that he's actually a triad. He's going against the triads, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that... Dude, I actually really dig that freeze frame.
So, like, I'm not... I at least from this movie, I'm not positive that Johnny Wong is one of the triads.
So what I really love is that that freeze frame between the two of them. Because right then and there, you could have been watching this whole movie on mute. And right then and there, you would have been like, oh, this is going to be like a weird best frenemies thing. Like, right then and there.
Because, yeah, the big thing about weapons smugglers and suppliers, most of them tend to be more independent operators because they're going with where the money is and, you know, they're trying to play whatever particular side to make money. So it doesn't really behoove them to be too associated.
Gotcha. Oh, shit. We got a raid coming. And we'll also have a raid coming on the next episode, too. It's going to be a much more significant, bigger raid. I assure you. I wonder if that ever his mother ever gets mentioned again. Well, in all fairness, I think it's because like a lot of the stuff that happens, you just kind of tend to forget that too.
Yeah.
Now, oh yeah. Is it just me? But she's like one of the few people in here that speak English, even in like the dub and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's an interesting touch, which makes me think that has she been like, you know, out and around more often, or
I don't know.
Either that, or maybe that's just the thing with Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is a very diverse city.
Right, but you also when this movie was made, the English were still in control of Hong Kong. So
that's right.
So it would not have been uncommon, I don't think, for English to be one of the more common second languages there.
Yeah, when did they finally get their independence? Because that was like right after this. It was like what, 93?
No, 94? I think it was 99.
Oh, 99, really?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Because I could have sworn it was like in like the mid 90s.
I could be wrong. Hold on.
Because I remember a video essay about identity in Hong Kong in reference to Ghost in the Shell, which was like 95.
97. So I was off by a couple years.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, that's still very interesting. I really do love the framing of that. I'm going to use English to make a point, which is actually kind of a smart idea.
I love that, though. If you gotta take a shit, just go to the toilet.
Holy shit. So this is where we cue up the Matrix clip. Guns. Lots of guns. Because holy shit, that's a lot of guns.
Yeah.
You know what I would really fucking love if Well, I already know that John Wick already does like a lot of homages to movies like this and whatnot. But how insane would it be to just have some of these old actors come in for like a cameo or something?
Well, it's interesting you say that, because during the hospital scene, a lot of the guys in that gunfight who you see around are veterans of the Shaw Brothers martial arts films.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he brings in a lot of like the lesser known like supporting and like extra people from the Shaw Brothers days for that film. So this movie in and of itself is doing the same kind of tributes you're saying you would like to see.
Because I remember, just this scene unfolding right here, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like straight out of John Wick 2 with the fucking motorcycles, the nighttime shipyard, the guns, the illegal car operation, the big car garage warehouse, and obviously there's going to be a big fucking fight, and I'm just like, wow, now John Wick is starting to I'm starting to see the seeds of their inspiration. This is awesome.
Yeah. So this set, and also the location ended up being repurposed to be used for the hospital as well. It's an old Coca-Cola factory that was repurposed into being a film studio set.
Oh yeah, isn't that cool? Take what you can, man.
With the right creative team, you can do anything.
Yeah, for real. What are you gonna do? Oh man, he's so fucking smooth. Oh, having thoughts. Oh, this is so cool. Right here, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm already in. Because now we got the big motorcycle charge. Whipping out Uzis, bitches. Yeah! Woo! Oh man, there's the slow mo. Because when I was watching the Tea House, I'm like, yeah, you're doing a lot of slow mo here, but it's not quite the overcrank stuff that I'm used to seeing in not just action movies from John Woo.
But I think there's such a thing to be learned here, though. It's like, yeah, don't speed up the action to make it feel more intense and quick cuts. Slow it down so I can really grasp the impact.
Oh, yeah, bruh. Damn! Dude, look at these stunts, man. You got people... Oh, this right here. I'm awesome, 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 I'm awesome! Fuck, that was cool. Ah, it doesn't even waste a beat. Damn! Dude, these squibs are nuts!
Yup!
Seriously, when you get shot up in a Hong Kong action movie, the area is just fucking decimated, man. There are no survivors, no prisoners. Oh, shit.
Oh, God, yeah.
Ah,
oh,
damn! Damn!
Oh!
Damn! Savage, man. And at this point, I'm like, oh, go through the roof, go through the roof, go through the roof, go through the roof. Aww. I almost wish he actually, like, the roof collapsed in, like it was a convertible or something. Woo! Sparks! Explosions! Yeah! Jesus Christ. This is for a long time, I've been wanting to make an action movie, like a really balls to the wall insane action movie. And I know how to do it, but I realized I could never really do it. That was fucking cool. Because I know I'd have to build my set from the ground up, because I want there to be squibs like this.
Right.
I want the place there were sparks and just dust and fragments everywhere, just shit exploding everywhere. I just a cacophony of dust, spark, and shrapnel. And I know I'd need like $20,000 in order to build like a set like that in order to do just
one
action sequence.
One of the only annoying moments, that dummy is such a dummy.
Oh yeah, it's so fucking fake.
One of the only moments like that in the whole movie.
They couldn't have turned that around and like glued a wig onto that so it didn't.
Or just had it like face down, you know, like come on.
Well, I don't mind it hanging out like that. I think that's actually really effective. But you could have turned that around. Although this is fucking cool. He lights the cigarette.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool. But yeah, they could have turned that thing around and just. But then again, you know, that's just John Woo, man. He's being scrappy and moving on the fly. Profit!
Well, I mean, come on. It's always business in this game.
That's always, of course. I'm just saying. You know, right then and there, Anthony Wong his character should have just been like, "You're having second thoughts. I really shouldn't be recruiting you." Dude, tequila. Okay, this is so fucking dumb, but holy shit, is it cool? Taking on this entire band of triads.
Right. And I love the
alone.
fact that, like, as you say, it's completely stupid, but they also gave a reason for it. Like, he's in the crapper with his boss. He can't bring in a tactical team. He would never authorize it. But he's also this psycho, so he's just going to do it himself.
Taking matters into your hand. But seriously, there's got to be like 30, 40 guys here, and you're going to take on all of them? Like, dude, I'm sorry, but Cheyenne Fat, you're not Batman. I'm sorry, you're not. Probably the closest Eastern man to be Batman is also named Bruce. It's just his last name is not Wayne, it's Lee. Actually, I would totally, dude. Actually, okay. Can you imagine, like in the '80s, if Bruce Lee had lived? Can you imagine him being a Batman actor?
I would like to preface that with, imagine if Brandon Lee had lived.
I would have seen that too.
Right?
I would have loved to see Brandon Lee as Batman. That would have been fucking awesome. You're kind of in the same route that where, you know, Affleck went from Daredevil to Batman. Brandon Lee could have gone from The Crow to Batman. Like he could have been Batman forever. That would have been that would have been fucking cool, actually. Oh, damn, grenade in that bitch. You know, you remember how in our when we did Scarface, how apparently there's a version of this movie, or of Scarface rather, that exists where you can count the bullets fired and all the F-bombs that are dropped. Can we have a counter for this movie for how many people die? That would actually be kind of a fun way to watch. Just don't, like, take a shot every time someone dies in this movie. You will die.
No, just a sip.
You will
just
die in half an hour.
Just a sip.
You'll still die in like an hour and a half. Yeah, man, don't risk it. Shit. Don't risk it. Drop the guns. Drop them. Come on. You know, it was right here where I was like, oh, he actually is going to do it. Oh, yeah, dude, right there. That swagger, that's totally fucking Al Pacino. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't wear, like, an all-white suit, kind of like Scarface and whatnot.
Well, I mean, this movie was done on $4 million. They probably didn't have a whole lot of wardrobe choices.
That's fair. Although I still like that they differentiated enough, like a really, like this weird yellow suit.
Oh, he's always in it. Every scene he's in a different color suit.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I could have sworn he was in the same yellow suit.
I think every time he shows up, I think he's in a different coat, different colored coat.
Oh. Well, either way, they have a way of like really distinguishing him.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it gonna be, Alan? What you gonna do? You gotta pull a trigger, man. You know, I actually really did debate on whether or not to watch this as an English dub or to watch it with subtitles. Which versions have you watched, actually?
Subtitles.
Oh, always subtitles? Okay, because I watched it with subtitles. I'm watching it with subtitles right now, obviously. Oh, there it goes. This is probably the best part for the acting in the movie, to be honest. What are you gonna do with the men? Yeah, this bit right here.
I love that they show that. Yeah, he has
smile,
but he has the tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
But like he's holding them back.
Oh, cold-blooded. He's just mows them down. Damn. You know that? Yeah, you're right, because that totally should have given away. But oh shit, it's fucking Batman.
Well, I think that's why he took the Uzi. He had to up the ante because he was losing it.
Scatter! It's the Batman. Batman with an Uzi, but it's not Batman.
Actually, I think that's I mean, it's not an Uzi. Is that MP5?
That's an MP5. Who gives a shit? It's cool. That, like I said, that should never happen. But holy fuck, if it looks cool. Swinging around with a submachine gun, man. Oh my god.
Actually, it reminds me of one of my absolute favorite ridiculous, like, swinging around action moments.
What's that?
You ever seen 3,000 Miles to Graceland?
No, I have not. Oh, damn! He's got explosive rounds in that thing.
At the end of the movie, you have Ice-T swinging upside down, like from his feet, twirling, flying through the air, shooting automatic weapons.
See, that's almost as... That sounds almost as cool as Angelina Jolie swinging around with a handgun in Tomb Raider. Oh, fuck yeah. Once again, jumping up in the air with two pistols in their hand. Damn. He's got some explosive rounds with that shit. Also, a lot of people are like, these days are like, oh man, John Woo they totally invented that whole gun fu thing. No, this gun fu's this is the original gun fu. Bam! Although I'd love to see introduce John Wick with some grenades, because I've seen some fucking great gun fu with him, but man, putting explosives into that would be amazing. And if they're half as cool as this right here, boom! Shit!
Right, and see, I love it. And they slowed it down. You don't speed up the action, you slow it down to make it impactful.
Yeah. And if it wasn't enough, let's get another in the air. Woo! Explosion. Damn. Also, dude, for real, give it up for those fucking stuntmen because they had to get blown up in midair and set on fire. Like, god damn. They literally got some serious balls.
So apparently there's something that was said is that the stuntmen who were working in Hong Kong were actually paid year round. They weren't paid per project. But, you know, there was always that day that's going to come where John Woo's like, all right, we're going to drop you down 3 stories and land you on your head. So.
Oh, this shit right here where he's puts the car in neutral. Dude, those fucking sparks, man.
Right?
Why don't we have squibs like this in the U.S.? They look so much cooler. Well, I mean, we do, but sadly they belong to Michael Bay. Isn't that really annoying? We do have action visuals like this here in America, but they come from the shittiest director imaginable.
Yeah, you need a good script to go with them.
And good instincts as a director, because John Woo has great instincts. Michael Bay has terrible instincts. Oh, shit!
Didn't even hesitate. Just
Son of a bitch!
That smile.
Right there, man. He's like, hey, man, I respect that. You didn't hesitate one bit. But I am not a cop killer. Woo! And again, without words, he knows. You know?
Yep.
Again, you don't even really need to spin them to eject it, but
no,
it just looks cool.
Yeah.
A lot of this is because that's another thing. Look, you can do I don't care what movie you're doing. You can do horror, you can do action, you can do comedy, whatever. I don't care what you're doing. But if in this case, if you're doing something like, look, there's no reason to do something other than make it look cool, then fucking go for it, you know? Just as long as that passion's there.
For a lot of movies, you kind of need that attitude of like a 12-year-old kid. Why are you doing that? It looks cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, for real. Sometimes you just gotta be like, hey, it looks cool.
However, we must say, that is the choice for, you know, the director, the visual people. You as an actor, don't do that necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Peacocking is not a good idea.
No. I mean, I guess if you're like producing the movie as well, like, you know, like Bruce Willis like producing the Die Hard sequels and whatnot. Like, I guess in some respect, but you just gotta really watch your line there.
Yeah.
I do love that score though. Again, when you have a movie called Hard Boiled, how can you not have it soaked in bullets, alcohol, cigarettes, and jazz, man? Like those things are those you need to bring those things in for a movie called Hard Boiled. Hell, I think even just even the title is so very, you know, macho Americana. It also makes me think of Die Hard in that same respect. And it's really funny because I read a review of this. Like, yeah, this movie is like has like the exhilaration of like 10 Die Hards. Yeah, but bro, you really do need like citations and write-ups, and there's a lot of paperwork for that kind of shit.
That's just it. Like, they don't, that whole you killed the cop at the tea house, they don't really connect those dots for you. Like, it takes a couple watchings to be like, oh, that's the corpse at the morgue. That's the burned file. That was an undercover cop.
Yep. Cop and robber or cop criminal movies, their plots are always like really convoluted, aren't they?
Yeah, a bit.
But in all fairness, that's not like not a negative thing. Don't take it as such, because it's like they're convoluted, yes, but holy fuck, they're fun. Like The Departed that we did earlier. That is a convoluted fucking plot and goes all over the place. But fuck if it's fun, dude. In hindsight, I believe, what was it? One of the Dirty Harry movies, one of the later ones. I think it was the Deadpool came out in 1990. Like that was like the last one where it was like an older Dirty Harry. I'm just thinking, how cool would it be to have a crossover movie between these two movies?
Okay, so what's interesting is that both the cops from Dirty Harry and Bullet were based off of a real life cop.
Mm-hmm.
And Tequila here was based off of Dirty Harry and the cop in Bullet. Bullet. So technically all three of them are all derived from the same cop.
Well, yeah, can we have just like a big crossover then? Like, so this is 1992. So how about like 93? Steve McQueen should have been still alive then. He should have been.
I don't know
kicking.
when he passed.
But can you imagine just having like a trifecta of them, or hell, even as like a short film, like a short action film where it's all three of them taking out a bunch of killers? That would have been fun.
Yeah, I mean, how could it not have been? I mean, anything like that would be a blast. You know what's making me sad now, though?
Wait, no. See, Steve McQueen, he died in 1980. I just looked it up. So, oh well. We could still have Dirty Harry and Tequila team up.
But now I'm starting to think about stuff like The Expendables. It's like, is this always a good idea?
Good point. Because Expendables, I actually watched the first one. I actually fucking fell asleep.
It's not terrible, but it's just like you want it to be better.
Yeah.
There are some really fun moments, but you really at the end of the day are still like, can't this be better?
Mm-hmm. And hell, even for like when they did Expendables 2, it's just like we're like, can't we just see these guys quip one-liners back and forth? And then you see fucking Bruce Willis go like, come on, you'll be back, and Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, yippee-ki-yay. I'm like, okay, maybe not. No, this was a mistake.
Well, it's like we said before. Sometimes there are lines where it's like, this line should not work, but it does.
Yeah.
You can't recapture that magic all the time. It doesn't work that way.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It really, there's a unwritten formula. Hell, an unwritable formula, an unknowable formula for that kind of shit. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it just doesn't.
By the way, we kind of just glossed over, talked around it, but like I really did love that last scene between the police captain and the undercover guy.
Yeah.
And just the realization. Yeah. Well, yeah, and just the realization that it's like, oh crap, like you're really the only guy who knows me.
Yeah. Identity is always a big theme in these movies. Motherfucker! Come on. You gonna pull the trigger? And right then and there, he's like, I like this guy. Not a fan of guess not a fan of White Russians, huh?
He drinks tequila.
Yeah, exactly. When your name is Tequila, obviously, that you should know his drink of choice by that point.
Right.
Although, how fucking funny would it be to have, like, an action character whose name is Whiskey, but his drink of choice is rum? Just to fuck with people's head. I guess it's kind of like in Shawshank Redemption, where he's like, why do they call you Red? Probably because I'm Irish.
You could pull that off if they had a military background and just went by like W, so it's like whiskey.
There you go. Yeah.
There
you go. Oh, they're about to meet someone. See, I kind of wish that they had more scenes like that where he would learn, because he has this motif where he every time he kills someone, he makes a paper crane. I'd like to see him play, his clarinet for for down people or dead comrades and whatnot. I wanted to see a little bit more of that. It's more excuse for jazz, right? In the face. And of course, he's got guns stored all over the place. He's pretty spry. Oh, well, obviously, but I was about to say, man, he is. Alan is pretty spry for a dude that got shot in the back by a shotgun.
Well, I mean, if it didn't go that deep, your adrenaline's through the roof right now. So
maybe he got shot by maybe it wasn't that powerful of a buckshot.
Woo! Well, I mean, handheld guns like that, you're probably dealing with a 20 gauge.
Good point. Because if it was a 12 gauge, yeah, he would not be getting up.
No, but if you're doing a 12 gauge handheld like that, you're going to mess yourself up.
Yeah. Those things kick like a motherfucker. Damn! It's not enough to just have, like, a couple of squibs and whatnot. You gotta blow up, like, a whole bunch of different stuff. Just for the fuck of it. Because don't you really love, especially in these Hong Kong movies, where, the squibs are exaggerated?
Oh, yeah.
Like, when a shotgun goes off, it looked like an RPG went off. And if you got shot by a pistol, it looked like you got shot by a 50 caliber round. I love that kind of shit. You ain't saying shit now.
See? Blue coat. Different color coat.
Oh, yeah, you're totally right. But once again, they really know how to distinguish the dude.
So apparently they decided to go with a hospital because they like the idea of a really unconventional place to have weapons being stored.
Yeah, I dig it, man. Because honestly, I think there's only one place for potential where I can think of like this kind of insane mayhem in a shootout to happen is maybe in like a horror movie with zombies.
Oh yeah,
maybe. Otherwise, yeah, I would never expect just like a run-of-the-day sort of thing to happen in a hospital, man. And right here, this is when you see the maternity ward with all these... I'm like, oh, hell no, we ain't doing this shit.
Oh,
hell
yes,
no, we ain't doing... No, we ain't doing this shit. Hell no.
Well, but see, I think that's, again, one of the things that makes this movie work so well is, here's what you wouldn't do in an American movie. Throw the rules out the window and go to town.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Because I imagine the MPAA would be like, we are not approving this movie.
Right.
Like, there's no... You got to cut the baby plot out. Otherwise, we are just going to flat out just rate you an NC-17 no matter what. So, I forgot. Did we ever see how Mad Dog got his eye fucked up?
No. But
okay.
it's kind of presumed it happened from the grenade.
Okay, because that was never really clear in this movie.
Right, now here's what's interesting that I don't know. I don't know if it's because some of the scenes were filmed after others, because his eye actually gets injured in his shootout in the hallway later with Long.
Huh.
Yeah,
the actual actor.
The actual actor. He got injured when he and Tony are having the big hospital shootout. There's a moment where they're going through glass, like you see his arm come up, his eye actually got cut, and he had to go to the hospital and take a day off.
Which is weird, because I know John Woo shoots in order, you know?
Well, he does, but it makes you wonder if he's only shooting, like, the action sequences in order, and maybe not the cutaway stuff.
Oh, that might have been it, then.
So I'm not really sure about that, but, yeah, he did end up getting injured, and it makes you wonder if that was... part of the reason for this.
Well, in any case, though, it still makes Mad Dog fucking look cool.
Oh, yeah. Know? Whether necessary or just a stylistic choice, it plays.
Yeah, for real. And you know what? For all how ridiculous this movie can get, I still buy it. You know. Yeah. Like it's like one of the least like ridiculous things you'll see in this movie. Oh, this is cool.
Oh, Whoop! Yeah.
Dude. Damn! Oh, shit. You know, when I watched this, I'm like, oh, fuck, man, that was a hard kill.
Right.
But, plot twist, he's alive! Not for long, though.
Yeah, although I have a feeling in real life that lighter would have no chance of stopping that bullet.
No. Also, if this was like an American movie, there would have been like a scene later on explaining that shot was basically surgery. Like it was a shot in such a place where he could live and walk away from it.
Yeah.
I legit thought he died right there, actually.
Well, my whole thing is that, like, why would you take him to the hospital he just told you the weapon stash was at?
So they could get closer?
But that's risking your dude, like...
Well, have you noticed that this guy is the risk taker of Hong Kong? Like, come on, man.
Oh, valid.
And plus, like, it just limits the locations to one hospital. Like, why are we gonna be redundant about that? So, again, movie bullshit. But you know what? Who cares? This isn't fucking Heat with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, where it's like grounded in realism. No, this is Hard Boiled with John Woo, man. So did they build this set from the ground up and whatnot? Because good Lord.
So I know that some stuff was done at the was done at the Coke factory, but they talked about also having like blackout tape on the windows so they could film at night. So okay. I'm thinking some of this at least was filmed at an actual hospital.
Oh, okay, right on.
So I'm not sure what level on either side.
Is he gonna make it? He's still alive. Oh, shit. White roses. Hello, I would like a dozen roses, please. Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. That's me. You're my favorite customer. Hi, doggy. Oh man, actually, that would have been really. So
you have a problem.
Shut up, man. The Room is amazing. But no, it's really funny because like the last movie we did was Terminator 2, and that also had Guns N' Roses, didn't it?
Yep. Which apparently we did
right
not mention on the last one, but through research, these are tributes to the killing by
Stanley Kubrick, man.
Yeah, by Kubrick.
But it's so weird that like within the span of a year we've had 2 references to that movie where we had Guns N' Roses. How fucking crazy is that? The Guns and the Roses are the link between these 2 podcast episodes. There's always a link. Last time it was John Morton. This time it was Guns N' Roses. How about that? Oh, dude, for real? They wouldn't even allow you to carry cigarettes into a hospital, man. Not these days. It's kind of crazy, weird, like our attitudes towards like these like not just like smoking or gun violence.
Yeah.
How different it was back in like '92. But and that's not even just here in America, but all over, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Paper Crane. Oh, we're gonna get a good show. I knew as soon as they walked into the hospital, man. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be an amazing third act. Don't do it again. Damn. Oh shit. It's a warning.
No, he said how do I get in touch with you? I'll send you a crane.
I know, but he's warning some shit's about to hit the fan, man.
Right.
And speaking of the shit, here he is. You really gotta love how this guy infiltrates the place in 3 different costumes. You know that? Did you notice that? Like first he comes in, like in his regular like street cred stuff. Then he comes in as a cop, and then he dresses up as a doctor, only to go back to his original look. Which I'm like, where do you find the time to change throughout all this, man? Once again, man, John, and I know right now that John Woo's in the back corner of my head going, "Fuck your logic."
Yeah, basically.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Blam. Nice. Boy, I love the chemistry between these 2 guys.
Right.
Oh, shit. I swear, those shots right there with Sue is just right straight out of fucking Hitchcock, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
don't do that, fool. Don't do that.
Right?
Don't run. Don't run, man. With death. Oh, this is fucking sick. Ah! Not gonna lie, first time I watched that, I had to actually kind of look away.
I love the fact that they're like, we don't have all the time to do all the, like, body effects, so blood splatters!
Better check on your witness, brah. See, again, he changes like 3 times in this whole thing.
Well, he had to change there. He had blood all over himself.
Son of a bitch. Get him! Get him! Wow, those cops came in there real fast, didn't they? I was also expecting them to, like, you know, accidentally move the sheet so you could see his face for a second.
Those were guns.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, that's them smuggling in guns. You can see the butt of one.
Oh, I totally missed that. They should have had, like, a pistol fall out. No, don't make me fucking feel sympathy for them babies, man, because I know shit's going to happen. I know shit's going to happen, man, when you do that kind of shit. Especially when you do this Kuleshov effect here. Did they ever discuss kids between the two of them?
I don't think so.
I kind of, you know, I think that was a bit of a missed opportunity, wasn't it? Because that would have made, you know, him saving the kid a lot more potent in the end. See, now I almost want there to be an American remake of this. Almost. I don't know. How would you feel about if someone tried to do this?
I don't. I mean, take inspiration from it, but you don't need to redo it.
Maybe remake it in the same way that Martin Scorsese remade Infernal Affairs. Maybe do it in that kind of spirit.
If you want to adapt a screenplay off of it and do something crazy, that's one thing. But
well, how would you feel if they took that route? Like you know, like say Chad Stahelski decided when he's done with John Wick, decided to do something like that.
See, I just don't know how you would do it because this has such a specific scenario to it, like with the setting and such, that it would feel too much like, well, you just stole that. Yeah. Like it's not general enough where I feel you can easily take it and make it your own.
I guess I can kind of see that. I guess the only thing that I would think is, you know, instead of you know, because this movie's really scrappy, and I'm not like in a negative way or anything. I'm just thinking, God, it'd be really interesting if an American filmmaker, like a really slick and well-talented film director, adapted this screenplay and, you know, injected some fucking logic in all of this for, you know, like, you know, the post 9/11 world that we live in, and gave it like a real cinematic slickness to, you know, what we have today, like in John Wick and whatnot, with the action, and make it it's kind of its own thing.
So something I love, we are now headed into the third big action act, although it's broken up a little bit here or there, but we got 50 minutes left. 5-0. And it's like, let's do this.
Oh yeah, dude. This is I was like, wow, we're getting into the third act really quickly, and I'm like but at the same time I'm kind of okay with it because my God, it's just relentless, dude.
Yeah. Like, they spend so much time on this hospital set piece. It's nuts.
You know what? I'm kind of okay with it. It's kind of like what Spielberg did with Private Ryan, where he spends like a full half hour just unrelenting, intensity that just does not let up at one bit or another. But but it still fucking works, and it's hailed as like one of the greatest scenes of all time. And right here, holy shit, this sequence is amazing, especially the shot. You know what I'm talking about, right? Oh yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Uh-oh. Empty spots. False doors, man. Hey! Knock, knock. Oh, damn. That music beat, man. You know, it's also really great. So on the last couple of action movies that we've done, you notice how I've like reiterated how the score can really up the ante for a really great action sequence and whatnot.
Yes.
It's amazing how most of the action in this movie there's not a whole lot of music.
Yeah, it's very subdued.
Which is kind of an interesting choice because you'd think you want something really heart pounding to put on top of it, but I guess that John Woo and his crew were just like, look, we believe in these actions sequences so strongly that we don't really need music. We don't need it. The visuals speak for themselves, man. Check your pocket.
Those little moments of English.
Yeah, for real. Again, they're used for emphasis. Gotta crack the safe open. Crack that shit open. Is that the right wire? Ah, to hell with it. Oh no, this ego stroke here is just kind of amazing. Just big personalities and clashing constantly. Oh, here we go. A way in. Just maybe. That looks like a job for Ant-Man, doesn't it? Oh, this shit I thought was really clever. I never would have expected to use a pair of handcuffs as a screwdriver. That's kind of brilliant. Actually.
Well, as a wrench, yeah.
I'm gonna remember that. Just makes me think if some dude walking the beat and has to unscrew something and does that with his handcuffs, and his partner's like, "Where the hell did you learn to do that?" I watched Hard Boiled 300 times. And now I'm like, oh shit, he's going to use the gunpowder? I'm going to need more bullets. Get it? Powder goes in the hole. That's actually a really cool primer.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing that it fits perfectly, though.
Yeah, that was my thought, too.
38 Magnum.
Thought it was 357.
Well, I believe they're shooting 38s.
Yeah, but I think the casing said 357.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, 357. Right.
Don't miss. Come on. You can do it.
I love that shot of his hand shaking the gun. Oh. And then the fingers close. It's just, oh.
Pow! Woo! More sparks.
But no luck. Door still closed.
Any other bright ideas? Oh, this is such a bad idea, you guys. Don't ever do this.
Yeah. Do not recommend.
No. Oh, God. Although it's really interesting that this scene triggers a flashback to his partner.
Right?
I never really kind of understood is that like him? Is that visually telling us that he's finally accepted him as his like partner or something?
Yeah, maybe. I'm with you. I'm like, I don't know.
That's a little clumsy, but whatever. Come on. Wake up. He's fine. Oh, he's not fine now. Look out!
So, a cool feature about that single shot gun.
That is a dope gun.
It has interchangeable barrels so it can fire different caliber bullets.
Neat. Can it hold the .44 Magnum? Most powerful handgun in the world. I'm actually kind of surprised, for, all their talk of, being inspired by Dirty Harry and whatnot. Do they not have once a .44 Magnum in here?
Well, I don't know what their budget and limitations were.
Well, if they got all this shit, I mean, look at all this. Look at all that hardware. They got an M60. They got enough guns to have like a Rambo standoff with, man. You'd think there would be room in there for like 144 Magnum. Uh-oh. We have to evacuate now. Evacuate the hospital. Get to the chopper. Can you imagine if she had never found it throughout this entire thing?
Right. And I would like to point out, again, he was wearing a different color coat.
All right, now we got some real hardcore action here. Some true-to-God gun fu. Come on. See, with that kind of strength, I almost expect, like, his eye patch to get removed, and it's a Terminator eye. That would, you know what? That would not be that out of place in this movie. He was a secretly developed android for killing. We got my hands on one. Ow! Well, I guess we got a little bit of a red eye here.
Oh.
Come on! Pull that trigger! Oh, this shit right here. Two types of people that I hate. I'm like, oh, it's cops and rats, right? Right? I was right. Okay, for real, that doctor should have been like, oh shit, these patients are in trouble because there's an imminent threat.
Again, he's in league with the gun smugglers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
The whole hospital staff is.
Of course. How else would they have been able to get like the entire facility up and running down there?
Yeah. Like all the hospital leadership are in league.
Oh shit, he's got an AK now. Damn! You're messing up the hardware. Bitch slap. Chill out, bro. And that's where they start coughing and, my lungs! It's freezing! Oh, I can't move now. Save us, Batman. Oh, that motherfucker. Locked him in. Well, what are you gonna do now, hotshot? Okay, so all of these people are about to become fucking cannon fodder. You know, I have a weird, like a weird feeling that John Woo is, in a weird, sick way, thinking, oh, thank God these patients are all wearing white. The blood is really gonna pop.
Oh my God.
They only left the one nurse in the maternity ward? Like, come on. Still, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really glad that they didn't go with the poisoning babies in the plot.
Right?
Because I agree. That's too. Hell, I even when I saw this bit went with the maternity ward, even right there and then, I'm like, ugh, this is getting a little too much, isn't it? Yeah. Like even this is just a little bit much. Because I guarantee you, like I said, if this was ever remade, that would never happen. The MPAA would be like, oh, hell no. We draw the line at putting babies in gunfight battles. Oh, like fish in a barrel. Serve and protect this, bitches! In the face. Ah, no. Drop the gun! Immediately shoots him in the face. Woo!
I I mean, he's alive.
Oh my God! So yeah, we talked. So it seems like the collateral damage just keeps getting higher and higher as Action April continues. Because you remember we didn't have like a whole lot going. We had almost no collateral damage in Speed, a fair amount in Terminator 2, and now it's just like, holy shit, man! We are filling up an entire graveyard in this movie. Oh my God. Call in the National Guard, for God's sake. Oh, I got a shitload of hostages now. Cops need to stand down. Ooh. It's actually kind of amazing that dude didn't just shoot her in the face right there.
Well, she was holding a baby.
So what? These people are fucking nuts.
Yeah, but they're nuts with a purpose. Like, they're nuts because I don't want to go to jail. Not, I just want to kill everybody. There is a difference.
Yeah. Also, let's be honest, the real reason she didn't get shot in the face is because plot armor. I'm actually kind of so for all the firepower that's down there. I'm actually kind of shocked that they go with the shotguns and not the giant M60.
In close quarters combat, I think I'd still go with the shotguns.
Or hell, even like as a backup, like I would have at least. Yeah, you're probably right. The shotgun is probably the best, but I still probably would have grabbed like either one of those submachine guns or one of those rifles and slung them around my back as a backup.
Oh, they could have armed up a little bit better. But also, you want to use whatever equipment you're most comfortable with and you're most familiar with too.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just shotguns and a couple of pistols. Like, come on, let's go nuts with this shit.
Oh, they're about to.
Oh yeah, totally. Woo! Damn, they got RPGs. There's a lot of the moments in this movie where you just have the urge to go, damn! Damn! You know what also is really depressing, actually? I just realized all those guns in the basement where they are, 95% of those have to be American made. That's super depressing. You know, it's scenes like that kind of remind me of, like, you know, scenes from The Departed where, you know, Leo's thinking about what his life could have been outside of the undercover world and whatnot.
Yeah, a bit. I can see that.
That's curious. I thought he was both, though, isn't he? Isn't he? Also
well, yeah, but I mean, I think he's talking about like professionally, not just playing a couple nights at a jazz club. Yeah,
I see. Woo! Explosion! And of course, because look, when the way the light shines through, we know what's gonna happen. And holy shit, it's cool! Damn! Woo! That's awesome. Ha 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 ha. Oh shit, it's one of them. Oh, he did. Oh, yep, there it goes. I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't got time to bleed. You know, I still argue with you that even though they wrote Mad Dog to be like the chaotic evil in this one, I still submit to you that, you know, Anthony Wong's character is real nut.
Oh no, he is, but he doesn't. He himself didn't do enough hands-on. Oh, that's why they wanted Mad Dog.
I gotcha. He wanted them to be like the more one's more physically vicious, the other one's more morally vicious.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
They needed someone on the villain side who would just throw hands, you know?
Right, right. Oh yeah, right here. Right, it was right there, and then I'm like, wait, where's the? Oh wait, it's him. Like, where's Alan? He should be there. And then I'm like, oh, they totally switched it, put him in a cop uniform. Like even before this, because we all know it's coming. That reveal. Wait for it. There. Oh, yep. Like right then and there, I'm like, yeah, I saw that coming, but don't care. Fucking cool. Get down in the wave. Woo! That was so dangerous, but fuck if it looked cool.
Right?
Damn, is he packing explosive rounds in that thing too? Or maybe that's just the style of the squibs.
I know it. There is one moment. It was earlier in the movie. I forgot to mention it. There is one time where he shoots someone with a shotgun, and there's like the body flies, and there's no visible damage on the body. It drives me nuts. But then they really make up for it in this closing sequence.
Yeah, for real. Look, any bullshit that you had with this movie, because I still have my share of bullshit that I have with it. This whole action sequence from like here on out, I don't care. I really don't. If it sets up this kind of action, who gives a shit?
Right.
Woo! Damn! Bullet hits really don't look like this, cats, but remember, it's just kind of cool. Oh yeah, the cotton wool in the ears, because loud noises, babies don't like the loud noises and explosions. Although to be honest, everyone else should have like earplugs because guns are loud. You ever fired a gun, Sean?
Oh yes.
They're fucking loud. You need hearing protection, otherwise it will do damage. I don't care who you are. Jesus Christ. Still, those cotton balls would never work.
Nah.
And they get them out in... Look, I know that basically the elevator and the front entrances are sealed and whatnot, but they get these babies out in the dumbest way possible. by passing them down through a roof in a hail of gunfire. Woo! Yeah, jump in the air, we're dodging them bullets. Yep. Also, another thing to note, you gotta really love the design of these cops with the ski masks and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because they're literally just they're just stuntmen being recycled from earlier sequences. Those ski masks are your friend when it comes to stunt people. Hair and makeup is the way that you caught costs of stunt work and all that shit.
Yeah, that sequence right there, like, you could not put this in an American movie.
No, dude, seriously. When you see that kind of shit, like, that should never work. That would never fly here. Because, like, look, like, I know the whole poison baby thing was a little
but
extreme,
the baby's got blood on him. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, see, yeah, that's what freaked me out. I'm like, oh shit, did that baby just get No, it's just like blood that must have, like, splattered off of the one guy. Oh, here we go. Here it is. The shot. Damn! Check this shit out, man. This is an unbroken take. And it's kind of fucking cool. Especially the amount of effects that they throw in this. It's nuts! They got blood squibs, they got stuntmen, they got more squibs, they got explosions going off. Like, hot damn. Oh, I've been hit. It's just a flesh wound? Boom! God damn. Damn! Look at them. The environment just gets eviscerated from this shit. Oh no! Friendly fire! Oh man, not again. Time to get moving. Time to get moving. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You notice how we haven't cut yet?
Yeah, we have not cut at all.
Right. They're not actually switching floors. The team had to reset that floor.
Mm-hmm.
In that short amount of time.
Oh, dude, it's nuts. They got, like, what, 20, 25 seconds to do it?
Yeah, something like that. They have this short sequence to reset that set, and here we go again.
Opening the doors, and you think that's a whole new thing, but no, it's not. It's literally just the exact same floor, the exact same set, because you can't do this in a real hospital, man. You got to build your set from the ground up. But the fact that shit was that's just sleight of hand techniques, like that's how you do it in the old days.
Yup.
And it's way more hardcore. I actually saw in the making of the first Star Trek reboot with J.J. Abrams, there's actually a shot where they have Spock walk into the elevator and then walk into the Enterprise set, but they couldn't afford to do like an elevator thing or anything. So they just had a green screen behind him, have him step in, and in the same shot, just pan around, and then boom, they take away the green screen, and then he's on board the bridge of the Enterprise. So, It's really interesting how that kind of craft has changed throughout the years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Mad Dog, he's got the grenades, and he also has the M16 with the 203 grenade launcher. He is going full Scarface, man. Save the babies! Save the babies! Oh, damn. It is raining men out there, isn't it? Woo! Breaking through the glass and shooting a gun while jumping through the air. Bring back the sugar glass, you guys.
Yep.
No, dude, seriously. Like, you don't see sugar glass used anymore, man. It's all CG bullshit. Although maybe leave out the babies in peril, because seriously, anytime it cuts away to that, I'm like, no, don't put me in this kind of suspense, man.
See, like, I'm just like, make it even worse. Make it like toddlers.
Oh God, yeah, for real.
It's like, how chaotically intense can you make it?
Woo! Damn! Oh, shit! He just blew a grenade right through his ass. Catch this baby. Here, yeet the child. It almost would have been a little bit funnier if they actually like tossed one of the things. Like, obviously, there's just like a little, stunt dummy baby in there and whatnot. But
right.
How fucking funny would that image be, though? Like, let's really embrace the silliness of this. Pull the trigger! Pull the trigger! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
She's like, I tried to be cool about it, but you wouldn't be.
Oh, dude, come on! Like, they're like the chicks in this movies. They never get any of the cool kill moments. So
yeah,
I'm cool with it, man. Oh hell! Oh hell no! You ain't taking these prisoners hostage. Woo! Oh shit! Oh, this shit right here with the glass. Ready? Boom, boom. Jumps right out of it. Damn. Man, you don't see like long tracking shots like that because they always like bury it under cuts. They shake the camera to make it more violent. They don't just ever you got to just shoot wide and just let the action play out. Oh, one left. It's all right, little one. We're gonna get you all out of here. No, we can't make it easy for you. Also, hasn't that window broken like 8 times throughout this sequence already?
There's a lot of windows, so I don't know if that one specifically, but
I would not be surprised if they refitted, windows with breakaway glass.
I mean, that would not at all. I mean, I could see Wu doing that. Like,
oh, totally. Like he's like, oh, I want to make it look cool. Like we like boss, his assistant director's like, boss, we already blew that window out. He's like, replace it. I don't care. We're gonna blow it up again. It's the frame. This is the frame. We need to have more glass breaking in that frame. I don't care if we already blew it open. We're gonna do it again.
I love that adorable little sequence of, like, you know, singing a little song to calm him down, and then right back to shooting.
Yep. But don't ever try... Oh, that was fucking cool. Don't look away. This movie is not for children.
No.
I'm hit, boys. Nice. I'm sorry. Oh my god. That is so fucking nuts. The blood on the baby's face. There's blood on the baby's face. And he is just unfazed.
Let's see how the MPAA does with this.
Oh, I know, right? They would be like, oh, we are never giving you... You gotta cut this shit out, man. You gotta cut the whole baby plot line out of this movie, or we are not giving you the R rating you want. Woo! Flip! Do more flips! Oh, shit. You don't want to harm the innocent, and I don't either. Let's take these people out of the equation. Except for that nurse. She dead. She very much dead. I really can't articulate why this scene's cool. The way they slowly put down their guns the way they do. I can't articulate why that's cool. It just is. Beat it.
Yeah, I also really love it though because it shows like it demonstrates a level of honor and then just juxtaposed with how just ruthless and evil this guy is.
No. Whoa. Oh, shit. No. Oh, damn. This is the end of Mad Dog. Get down! Oh, the way that bench breaks away. That's fucking cool. Dude, I would really love to learn who's the guy who made some of the squibs on this movie. And I really want him to just to have him teach me the lessons from this movie, because holy fuck. They should, you know, if because that's just like a button trigger, they should have popped him right there and there.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Now, if it was like Dennis Hopper in Speed with the dead man's trigger,
yeah.
Oh yeah, then I can see why they wouldn't want to shoot. I'll drop the stick for you. You want that? Well, yeah, I totally should have popped his ass right there and then. But in all fairness, we get to see more stuff go boom! Once again, BAM! BAM! No, don't go in! You'll never make it! Oh, I love that shit, man. No! Okay, so now we have probably the most over-the-top image of this entire movie, and that's saying quite a bit.
There's something really... Yeah. But there is actually something really cool about this scene.
What's that?
It was filmed twice. Him running from these explosions was filmed twice, because the first time, John Woo didn't think the explosions were close enough to him and didn't feel it was impactful enough. So the director himself took control of the explosions and was setting them off to the point where, like, Chow Yun-fat actually thought he was in danger. However, Chow Yun-fat is such a good actor. He kept composure. When it was over, he went. He's like, "Did you get the shot?" And he was like, "Yes." "You motherfucker."
You son of a bitch.
Woo! So it's like he kept his composure to make sure they got it, but at the end he was like, "You suck." Again, and if running away from explosions wasn't enough, let's jump out a window with the flames. And I love that it doesn't work.
No, it
like
doesn't.
How often do you see an action star like boof a move intentionally? That's great. And then this moment,
this I was like, wait, what's going on? I wasn't quite sure what was happening here, and then I was like, oh, that's actually really funny. I never would have thought of that. That's a really nice touch.
It's such a fun little, like, let's defuse the tension just for a moment and then go back to it.
Woo! Right then and there, he should have been like, "Oh my god, my knees!" Damn! Damn! Oh, man. See, this is how you make fucking explosions look cool.
Right?
Where is Alan? I'm sure he's fine. This is fine. Oh, well, he is. Well, he's alive. So is that? I guess that's fine. Again, a lot of these people are pretty spry for people who got shot several times. Come on. Drop them. And of course, it just has to end with a big old mano-a-mano.
But I like, the throwback, he checks it this time, make sure they're not spent.
Yes. Always check your ammo before getting into a gunfight, and make sure you got the safety off and a round in the chamber.
Oh, the movie name!
Title drop! Oh, yeah, can't do it. Not gonna lie, this whole the power that he's flexing over here is actually kind of fucking badass. Now stand on one foot. I zoom. Oh, God. Oh, shit. He shot the hostage. Oh, I love how they cut that.
Yup.
In the eye, motherfucker. Oh, that was cool. You'll shoot your eye out. But hey, you gotta really love Alan's plan. I think that's speed right there. Shoot the hostage. What? Take him out of the equation.
The hostage shoots himself. Really.
That's a really interesting spin. I wouldn't have thought of that. And speaking of spin, oh no, the spinning shot.
But if you feel like you're gonna get shot regardless, you might. I mean, good move. Move it to a non-vital area and hope you survive.
Yeah, for real. Getting rid of that file so the triads can never find them. Oh, I love this. The little... You notice that, did you see the little bullet dent in it?
Yep.
That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a real fire hazard, you guys, doing that indoors. You know that?
Yeah, with a mesh metal garbage can.
Like, do that shit on the roof. And he actually lived. Because we need a little bit of a happy ending after the holy fuckness of that third act, man.
Yeah. So Barry Wong was actually the guy doing the rewrites on this when they changed the plot from having the baby killer to having the formula poisoner to what this movie was, but he died before he could finish it all.
Yeah.
Which is why it's in memory to him.
Yep. But holy shit, man, that was hard boiled. That shit was fucking awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's really is a masterpiece of, you know, the Hong Kong action genre.
It's actually a real staple, I think. And now after watching this, I really need to check out, you know, The Killer and Bullet in the Head, or and of course I think the most famous one was A Better Tomorrow.
I mean, look, you gotta, I'll be honest, you do have to be in the mood for it. But when you want, like, just an insane amount of bullets everywhere action, you can't really go wrong.
Totally, man. Now, what about his, how does it hold up against his, like, American stuff in Hollywood?
I mean, I think it kind of depends. Because here, he was able to do more of his improv-y, go from the gut stuff. Mm-hmm. And I feel they kind of hamstring him a little with his American work.
Hollywood producers be like that, because it's even when Jackie Chan made his transition to Hollywood, they're like, yeah, in America, they don't really allow you to do like that improv and that kind of sporadic kind of creativity, because money, it's just, you know, boo, 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 boo. You got to really...
Yeah, so I think, I mean, don't be wrong, I still like his American stuff, and, you know, his slow-mo techniques and the way he makes the impact of action come off still plays very well in his American work.
Would you recommend that I check out Hard Target?
Yeah, but do yourself a favor, because I mean, it's definitely worth a watch, if only to watch how he directs the action sequences.
Okay.
However, do yourself a favor, because that was one of 2 movies to come out at about the same time, taken off of, you know, The Deadliest Game.
Okay.
And the other movie, which is also worth a watch, is Surviving the Game, starring Ice-T.
Oh yeah, cool.
So honestly, if you're going to check out one, I recommend checking out the other and then making your own call as to what you think did the Let's Hunt people better.
Right on. And for those of you listening back home, why don't you try doing the same and get back to us and see if we should do a full episode on that sort of thing. Because we're almost done with Action April, man. We got one more for us, and this one has a raid.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it is The Raid. Holy shit. Yeah, we got to end strong because we got our first half of Action April has been in America. We got Speed and T2, and now we're going into the eastern part of action movies. Although I believe the Raid is supposed to be Indochina, isn't it? Or Indonesian?
Yeah, I'm not even exactly sure. It doesn't matter. It's amazing.
Well, we'll get there when we get there. You guys can check us out next week, where we'll come back with the Raid and a special guest star to boot. So that said, I've been Tim.
I've been Sean.
And you'll never have to watch a movie alone again. Peace.